Hey guys, what's up? So tonight I just want to harp, really is the word harp. I want to harp on this theme of authenticity and really being yourself, because it's actually an energy that I'm really trying to fine tune and kind of take to deeper levels within myself, because it's really important for me in the way that I live my life, and the things that are important to me all fall into the category that I need to be able to be myself to the best of my ability at all times, and that I'm constantly in awareness and pushing myself to notice, am I making decisions based on who I am, or am I making decisions based on fear, security, or how another person is perceiving me, or maybe the acceptance I may attain from them or not. So for me, authenticity is huge, because I've learned and experienced in my life the difference that it makes when I'm not authentic, and how my life kind of works or really doesn't work that well. There's a lot of contrast. And when I am in flow, and when things are easy, and when the right people show up, and my connections are so enriching, and there's so much stillness and peace inside of me, and I attain all of that when I'm in the energy of alignment, when I'm being more of myself and I'm living from that space. So I want to encourage you, and I just want to really, really, really challenge you to just be more of yourself if you aren't, or if you don't feel like you can be yourself because you feel that people won't accept the real you. If you feel like that, just recognize that at the end of the day, we all want the same thing, and we are all seeking validation in one form or another. And it's just the way that we are going about to get our needs met, and to get that self-acceptance and validation fed. And a lot of us are doing that from living outside of ourselves, and from molding ourselves and becoming what we think we should be, in order to gain that acceptance or that approval, whether it's from our parents, our friends, our little social group, our social media, whatever it is. And so we're constantly out here living at the effect of our reality. So you really have no control, because you're constantly reacting, and who you are is going to be determined upon what you have or don't have, or the validation that you're receiving from someone or not. So it's a very unstable place to kind of live. But there's another way that we can gain that validation and acceptance and love that we all, underneath it all, are truly yearning for. And that comes from giving it to yourself first, and being accepting of yourself, and stop putting another person's opinion or feelings about you above your own. Like, what in our right mind as humans makes us think that somebody else's opinion about you is more important than your own? Like, what makes anybody else any better than you? It just, if you really, really, really think about it, strip it all down. Like, who cares how many zeros somebody have in a bank account? That doesn't make them better than you. That doesn't make their opinion or the way that they see you any truer or lesser than how you see yourself. It's just crazy, but I know that this happens to all of us. We sometimes, and I've done it, we make other people more important than ourselves, and their opinions above our own, and focus on how they feel. And so we're constantly shifting ourselves to become what we think we should be. But that's just makes everything so much more complicated. And so I want to encourage you to really just live inside of yourself, and to make yourself a priority, and to realize that everything that you desire, and even the acceptance and the validation, you will receive it from the outside world. But first, you need to be able to give that to yourself, because there's nothing that you can really have first out here without first cultivating it within you, because our outside world is merely a reflection of our own internal world. So no matter, think about it, even when we're seeking validation, it's only all temporary, because no matter how much somebody believes in you, or no matter how awesome somebody thinks you are, one, it's temporary, because the moment that they leave your reality, the moment they're no longer giving you that validation via their focus and energy, you're not going to feel so good. And even when they are giving you that energy and focus, sometimes if you yourself don't believe in it, if you're not validating yourself, if you aren't believing in yourself, no matter how much somebody validates you or believes in you, it's only temporary. It's not going to sustain you long term. So yeah, it's just be yourself, man. Just, who cares? There's nothing else more important than you. I don't know how else I can convey this message. And even in doing these videos, me doing these videos, I'm putting myself out here, and I have to be okay with who I am, because I know that not everyone is going to resonate with me, and some people are going to have opinions, and I know that sometimes I mispronounce words, and sometimes I even skip words, and sometimes I speak in circles. And I'm not the most concise and refined person when I'm giving information, but I don't care, because it's who I am. And when I am in moments of being accepting of myself, then I can be okay with putting myself out here and not having any expectation or making my own self-confidence or what I think about me reliant on the feedback that I may or may not receive from this interaction and this platform that I've chosen to put myself out on. If anything, for me, what I really have to work on, if I'm honest, is not being so hard on myself. Because I tend to be really hard on myself at times, feeling that I'm not doing enough and I'm not being enough and I could be better. And I'm sure that happens to a lot of you out there. And so, what I share with you guys is really my own messages for myself, the things that I've either learned or I'm currently learning or remembering, in a sense. So, be yourself and don't be so hard on yourself. Lighten up. It's not so serious. This reality is so much better when you can just give yourself the things you need, and when you can just stop living from the outside in. It's the best way that I can put it. Start living from inside of yourself and tap into that constant energy, infinite energy that resides within you. And when you can tap into that energy, then no matter what is going on outside of yourself, you will be still. You won't be moved, because you'll know that you have the power dependent upon how you choose to see something, what you choose to give your focus to, the way that you choose to respond to something. This is your power when you work from the inside out, and this is how you make every area of your life work for you, is by caring more about how you feel than anybody else feels, and from realizing that the outside world is merely a reflection of your inner world. And the more you focus on, how you feel and what you're giving attention to and the way that you're speaking, and just really focusing on your internal world. Alright, I think that's enough ranting. Yeah. Alright, guys.